Hey, this is Kamaya. So this week I kind of realized something a little bit important. Um, to me, honestly like this whole month I have like learned so much. I've learned so much. Like I've learned about like forgiving people and not holding grudges, or not even holding grudges, but like not staying mad at people or not hating people, whatever, even if they hurt you. Like just like forgiving. But I feel like people often forget that like you actually have to go through all these different types of stages before you begin to forgive. Like like I'm just ready to forgive some people right now. Like I'm just ready to forgive. Like it's in my heart. Like I really want to, but it's like I'm at war. Like I'm really at war right now. Like my mind and my heart are both at war with each other. Cause like my mind wants to forgive, but my heart is like I'm also still hurting. Like I'm still hurting and everything like that. And it's just like it's so conflicting. But it's like I think that my mind wants to skip like the grief stage and the crying stage and all those type of stages and the anger stage and the bitter stage and all that and just go straight to forgiving people. But it's like I have to go through all the stages first before I go to like the stage where I'm healed, where I'm fully healed, and the stage where I'm ready to forgive. Because trust me, I'm ready to forgive. Like I'm ready to forgive right now. Like I'm ready. Like I'm just like it's just like I don't want to have all this in my heart. Like I don't want to have hatred, not even hatred, but like I don't want to have all this pain in my heart. I don't want to have this bitterness in my heart and all that. But it's like I can't. Like I want to forgive, but it's like I can't fully forgive because I haven't completely healed yet. Like it's just crazy. Like I just really, 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 really want to like I really, really, really want to, but it's just like I just have to go through these stages first because my healing actually takes like 3 years, 2 to 3 years. So it's like, ugh, it's so annoying. But all I know is like the fact that I want to forgive people so much, or just even forgiving myself for like not putting myself first and like for not putting myself first and for like like downplaying myself, like downplaying the good parts of me. Like I downplayed that and all that. Like I it's not even it's about forgiving others, but it's also most importantly about forgiving me because I haven't been the best. I haven't treated myself the best, and yeah, like I haven't. So, but oh, but another lesson I've learned is that like we often forget some people who are in like toxic home environments. Like I just kind of realized that like some of my parents were raised in a century or a time where there was like extreme racism, police brutality, white supremacists, a lack of jobs, lack of support services and resources and programs to help them get jobs or to help them get on like money assistance and stuff like that. And even if they did have that back then, it was definitely not available to Black Americans and Hispanic Americans as it as much as it is right now in this time and age. So today, I just not today, but this week, I just kind of realized that like you know not everyone has the best parents, and not even everyone has two parents in their household. But it's like I just kind of realized that like my parents did the best they could with the resources and support that they had at that at in that century or at that time. And so it's like I it's like I finally realized that now. Like I finally realized that like sometimes parenting is correlated to the resources that you have. And if you really have a lack of resources, then like you do the best with the resources that you do have. And so, like, if you have parents that like you felt like they didn't give you the best life or childhood or whatever, it's just kind of like, well, they did what they could. They did the best they could to raise you. And so, like, that, I just realized that today. I mean, this week slash today. So, just wanted to bring that out there because that's important. But it doesn't negate or excuse the fact, you know, it doesn't negate or excuse, the fact that, if you of abuse, mistreatment, or toxicity, but it's just kind of like, because I'm an empath, so for me, like, like I may hate, like, the environment I'm in and stuff like that, but for me, like, since I'm an empath, I really evaluate and analyze, like, every part, like, everything that can make a person be the way they are, or why a breakup happened the way they did. Like, I evaluate and analyze parts like that and stuff like that because I'm an empath. Like I look at experiences and perspectives outside of my own, so I try to instead of like going off of my own perspective or my own experience and like what I'm experiencing or just my perspective, I try to look at other people's perspectives and experiences and look at like what what made them the way they are now, or what led them to you know parent or be the type of parent that they are currently, or in the present or whatever. So with that said, like, I just how someone is and how they're raised all just has it correlates with like their parents, and you know how they're raised. It correlates with their environment and everything. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that goes into it, and someone's background is just that someone's background, that involves, again, how they're raised, what their parents are like, how and how based on how their parents were like, how they transform into the person they are now. Like, for example, my mommy, she's very caring, compassionate, and she's very given to others. Like, she'll she gives stuff away to people who need it, and like, she'll give a few dollars to someone if they really truly need it, like really need it, and stuff like that. And my dad is um my dad is kind of strict, and he yeah, my dad is kind of strict and stuff like that. So um he can be caring when it comes to like the people he cares about and stuff like that, which is like not, I mean, that's kind of common. I mean, that kind of makes that, I mean, that's totally sensible. Like, that kind of makes, it's not like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Like, it does make sense and totally understandable. But so growing up with two parents, like, I transform more into my mother because like I'm an empath. So empaths, they don't feed off, but empaths are connected to emotions and compassion and kindness and stuff. So I'm more like my mother because my mother is compassionate, kind, sweet. She has a big heart. I have a big heart and stuff. So it's like, I don't know, man, but I'm just saying, like, is I feel like I understand what I'm going through, and sometimes it sucks and stuff like that. But I just try to look deeper into someone's background. I'm not saying like We're gonna go look up their record, look at their background, because that's the no. When I say look at someone's background, I mean like think about all the experience they could have had in their lifetime in a different century than the century we're in right now. Because in this century, um, things are good, but things are not good. But back then, things were kind of worse than what they are right now. Like probably 10 times worse than what they are right now. But anyway, my point is like that's what I learned, and it was a great learning experience. Um, and like that's just where I'm at right now. So um, I hope you guys have a good day and a good night. And I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but peace. See y'all. Bye. 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 Bye.